When Congress authorized $700 billion to bail out the banks last fall, critics predicted the fund would be raided by crooks. Now there's evidence they might have been right. A new government report says investigators have opened 20 criminal probes into the bailout program on everything from securities fraud to insider trading to public corruption.
Some of these are just plain old scam artists.
Exactly. Drawn like flies to honey.
Neil Borofsky, who's leading the investigation, says that with so much honey in the pot, he's not surprised.
It is an inevitable part of human nature. When you see this much money going out in this short a period of time, there are going to be those that are drawn to steal, to cheat, to commit fraud.
Borofsky says the rule of thumb in government programs is that 10% is lost to fraud. The bank bailout program started at $700 billion, but with all the loans and loan guarantees that were later added, he says it's now closer to $3 trillion. Losing 10% of that, he says, would be devastating.
We'd have hundreds of billions of dollars in losses just to fraud. So we're working real hard to make sure that doesn't happen.
On Capitol Hill today, Treasury Secretary Timothy Geithner defended the bailout program as he was peppered with questions.
You've left more questions unanswered than answered.
Geithner said the vast majority of banks now have the money they need to operate, noting that some banks already want to pay their bailout money back.
We would welcome, capital coming back to the Treasury and the taxpayer as a result of the effectiveness of these programs.
But some members of the Congressional Oversight Panel were left more than a little skeptical.
For those who maintain that the taxpayer will actually make money on this deal, number one, I hope you're right. And number two, as history as my guide, I severely doubt it.
Sources say the first indictment in the bank bailout investigation is expected soon, possibly this week. Chip Reid, CBS News, the White House.